Over the last decade, the agricultural industry has seen tremendous change. It's helpful to work with a consistent partner who can provide meaningful insight on how to navigate those changes and what they mean for your unique business. Today, I'm joined by Dale Hershey, Director of Ag Lending at Univest, and Sam Kulp, Relationship Manager who specifically works with agribusinesses. So let's dive right in. Tell me, what is the biggest difference between working with an agribusiness and an ag producer?
Well, your agribusiness customer is one who would own a business that would support our farmers, who would support the production farmer. He may be a dairyman, he may be a chicken farmer, he may be a cash cropper, but the business would support him. And those businesses have different needs. They have different cash conversion cycles. They have different uses for technology. And that would be what we see. Some of them need fraud protection, that kind of things that the bank provides.
Okay, so that makes sense. So you mentioned cash conversion cycle. I understand the ag industry is really seasonal, and so that probably comes into play when you're thinking about this cash conversion cycle. What can an agribusiness do to maximize that?
Yeah, so when we talk about the cash conversion cycle, what we're really talking about is how long does it take for you to turn a piece of your inventory into cash. On the banking side, what we do and work with our agribusinesses is we really try to structure our technology in ways to be able to speed that process up. We do that in a couple different ways. Some of the most common ones are more utilizing of digital payments, ACH payments. That way you can schedule a payment on when it goes out. Instead of writing a check and putting it in the mail and waiting for that check to be cashed, you can say this is going to go out on this day at this time. We also work a lot to try and use remote check scanners, trying to limit those trips to go into the bank. Again, you can get the check, you receive a check payment, you can scan it in, you know right when that check is going to be deposited right into your account. You can do those check runs immediately at your office.
That makes a lot of sense. So if we had to boil it down, what would you say is one of the most important things that an agribusiness could do to be successful?
One of the new things that has come down the road is the need for fraud protection with agribusinesses. We had an agribusiness client recently that we brought on board that immediately had been hit with fraud, and we offer positive pay, whereas we're able to catch that, we're able to stop that, prevent it, and save the customer a lot of time and pain down the road. But that is something that we're seeing more and more all the time. Probably in the last 10 years has become a bigger and bigger issue with agribusinesses all the time.
Yeah, so you mentioned positive pay. That's a tool to help mitigate fraud. How does that work, or what are some of the other things that need to be considered?
Yeah, so with positive pay is the most frequently used fraud protection. And what that is when you do a check run, you'll have 10 checks maybe. You'll actually submit the list of checks that you're printing out, and it'll have the payee, it'll have the date, it'll have the amount, and then anything that tries to be cashed outside of that, that'll throw up a flag, and you can go in and you can either approve it or deny it and say that, hey, this was fraud. We do the same thing with ACH payments as well. It works the exact same way.
So a lot of important considerations. So another important consideration when you're looking for a financial partner, what should an agribusiness really be considering?
One of the things we have told our customers many times is you want a trusted advisor. You want someone that's part of your team that feels like part of your business. And that's where we as a bank, as an ag lending group, can offer that. We can be that trusted advisor for banking questions, for financial questions, just to be a sounding board.
Yeah, that's great insight. I know you really work hand in hand with these companies to help, think through how they navigate changes or maybe navigate growth. Thanks so much for the insight today. As you're managing your business, be sure that you're keeping these key themes in mind: preventing fraud, maximizing your cash conversion cycle, and finding a trusted advisor. Thanks so much for watching.